Yeah. So test plan document. Test plan document. Uh, we were test plan document would define what to test, when to test, how to test, and who to test. Okay. These main points would be explained in the test plan document. So what to test is the objective or a scope of our project. Okay. Objective and scope. Okay, like when to test means like when we need to start and when we need to end. uh, there will be timelines by when we need to deliver the project. So like uh, completing end-to-end testing, completing regression testing, completing automation suite, and delivering to that one. Okay, a tested timelines would be the testing environment or testing life cycle timelines would be there. So when to test, how to test, like on which environment we need to test, and what all we need to test, like functional testing we need to test, non-functional testing also do we need to test. If we need to test non-functional testing, what all we need to use, uh, performance testing, load testing, stress testing, what all we need to do, security testing or are required or not, those all will be mentioned in how to test. Okay, and who to test is the resources, how many resources we require. Those all will be mentioned in who to test and what are the roles and responsibilities. So a test plan document covers these all answers all these questions. So with this question answered, we will be in a position to start our testing. Okay, clear everyone?
Yeah, clear.
This is not a rocket science. Okay, very simple. There are some documents we need to go through. That's all. Okay, some test strategy document, test plan document is there. So test strategy document is a high level company level, high professional company level document. It is an organizational level document also we can say, or a project level document also we can say. Okay, high level document or organization level document, whereas test plan is a document which covers everything. Same object and scope, introduction, object and scope, risk mitigations, uh, functions to be tested, functions not to be tested, resources, roles and responsibilities, environment, process, those all will be mentioned in the test plan document. Okay, this way we need to explain this test planning area. So, what are the entry criteria? Requirement documents and requirement eligibility matrix are the entry criteria. And what is the activity we do is like we analyze the approaches, we finalize the best suited approach here, and we prepare the test plan and test strategy document and various types of dog testings. Test effort estimation document will be prepared, and we finalize the tool on which tool we need to work. Okay, the roles and responsibilities will be finalized. These are the activities done, and the exit criteria should be the effort estimation document and the test strategy and test plan documents. So, what are the deliverables? Deliverables means what is the output? Output document we get is test strategy and test plan document from here. Okay, test planning is done, requirements is done. Now, what we need to do? Test designing we need to do. Test designing. Test designing means nothing but it is a here also. See, test scenarios document, test scenarios we need to prepare, test cases we need to prepare, we need to prepare test data. Okay, so before explaining this I will explain this one, entry criteria, exit criteria. So for test designing, the entry criteria, requirement documents. So here the requirement documents would be entry criteria for designing. Means when you are writing a test case, you need to understand what you need to write, right? You need to understand the business. So you go through the documents. Okay, you go through the requirement traceability matrix. Requirement traceability matrix, all the requirements would be there. Okay, they have fine tuned the requirements. Fine tuned the requirements means from the document they have listed, they have prepared the requirements R1, R2, R3, they have prepared. So you will go through the requirement traceability matrix, you will understand all the requirements. And automation feasibility document if required. If you are going for automation, the feasibility document will be prepared. So these are the entry criteria for test. Uh, sorry, yeah. Come on, here. I'm saying wrong, and you are nobody are stopping me. Guys, are you listening?
Yes. I didn't get what exactly you are asking.
Actually, I actually just now what I've explained is wrong compared when with the test designing. I was explaining, I have said the heading as test designing, but I was explaining test planning only. And you nobody are talking or are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, we just finished the test planning, and that we understood. We are just about to start test designing, right?
Yeah, I have said that I'm explaining test designing. I have said that we need to prepare test scenarios, test cases, test data, documents, and I was explaining the entry criteria. By mistake, I was explaining test planning entry criteria for test designing.
Oh, sorry, I think I missed it then.
So you guys are not concentrating them. Or am I so fast?
Not so fast. I think it's okay. The speed is okay. I don't know about others, what they feel.
What about Mohan, Vinit, Jaya? Yeah, guys, please concentrate. Just we are just an hour class, not taking 1.5 hours class also. So I was trying to explain more clearly. Anywhere if you stuck, please stop me. Anywhere if you don't understand, please stop me and ask me. Okay?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah. So test designing. So test designing means in test designing we prepare test scenarios, test cases document. Um, so here the entry criteria for test designing would be requirement document. Okay, requirement documents, test plan document we have prepared here. Okay, the test strategy and test plan document we have prepared, right? So the exit criteria of test plan document would be the entry criteria for test designing. We write use cases. So what is the use case and those I'll explain again. Okay. Okay. So what are the activities we do here in test design? So the entry criteria are requirement documents, test plan documents, project plan. Project plan is something what we prepare in test planning. So with these entry criteria, what we do, what is the activity we do? Preparation of test scenarios, preparation of test case designing, test data preparation, reviewing of these test cases. Okay, these are the activities. And exit criteria would be signing of the test cases and test data. Okay, deliverables. What are the deliverables here? Test scenario document, test case document, test data document are the deliverables. So, uh, see one thing. When you explain in interview also, you just keep in mind. I was using terminology like entry criteria, exit criteria, activity, responsibility, deliverability, deliverables. So these are very simple terms. Okay, in your terminology, in your knowledge.
One question, if I interrupt.
Yeah,
Can you please freeze the top row so that even if we scroll down, we will have that column heading,
yeah, sure, sure.
so that we don't miss what you're talking.
I also thought of that one initially, but
No, no, in view. Yeah, freeze pen, top row. No, no, left. No, still left. Freeze pen, yeah, and top row.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
and
So,
yeah.
yeah, no problem.
So this entry criteria, exit criteria, see you can use your own terms like input, output also. Okay, input of the STLC requirement phase is this one, output is this one, and the deliverables. Deliverables means say normal English meaning only you can understand and you can use those terms also. So activity means what we do with in this phase. Okay, what we do, that is activity. You can explain in your own terms. So when you want to explain requirement analysis, divide the meaning of requirement and analysis. What is the requirement means and what is the analysis meaning? You add those two things, and that is the activity what you do. Okay. Entry criteria means input, exit criteria means output, deliverables means what we get after output, what is the preparation, what we do. Okay. In your terminology, you try to explain. Okay. Don't try to bahad this document. Okay. And why I'm saying you to write in paper means in your own terminology, if you write it in paper, it will be more easy to remember for you and understand. Okay. So test design means we are preparing all these documents. Okay. Test scenarios document, test case document will be preparing, and we design it. So what is test scenario? What is test case? Okay. That I will explain now. So test scenario means it is a functionality of a particular thing. So functionality, for example, we take this one login functionality I was explaining you here. Okay. So yeah. See, so for example, you see here, this login is there. Okay, this login functionality is there. So in this complete document, object login is one functionality. Okay, login is one functionality, right? Uh, Test scenario is defined as any functionality that to be tested. So, for example, I'll show you one document. Okay, take this document. This is a mock-up of a bank project you consider. So, this is a functionality. So, first functionality is login function. We need to enter login, right? So, this is the functionality of login is a functionality here. The uh, functionality what we need to be tested is called as test scenario. So what we do is when we go through the documents, we prepare some scenarios, like roughly like what need to be tested. Here login functionality needs to be tested. So like when we go to the when we want to test, for example, Amazon.in site, we need to test. Okay, we first test the login functionality. We then when we enter, we test the mobile section, we test the pantry section, bestseller section, like that. So each one would be each functionality. If you go through this document, banking document here, login is one functionality, uh, manager section is one functionality, adding a new customer is one functionality, adding a new account is one functionality. Okay, these are all the functionalities. Each functionality is called a scenario. See, so for one page there may be multiple functionalities. Okay, so when you go here, when you see here, new customer, edit customer, delete customer, each have one functionality. Delete customer is one functionality. When you click on the delete and whatever activities you do there. So how do you define the test scenarios here? So if you see here, this functionality, login functionality is one test scenario. For that, we have multiple test cases. Okay, multiple test cases we have. One is valid username and valid password we give. That is one test case. We give valid username and invalid password. That is another test case. So for one functionality, we have multiple test cases. We map multiple test cases. So why to write this test scenario means to have the maximum code coverage, maximum functional coverage, so that we don't miss any functionality, we don't miss any scenarios, to have a good coverage of this one. So generally, for example, one more example is like if you take here in this Amazon, uh, the major functionalities would be like search functionality. So here you can see the search functionality is one major. This is one functionality. Login is one functionality. So payments is one functionality. When we go to the cart and when we do payment, Okay, here buy, proceed to buy, and when we do payment, that is one functionality. So like this, these are all the functionalities. So for each functionality, again, we write multiple test cases. Okay, so we'll see some documents. This is a test scenario document. Okay, this will be like this. We'll write the test scenario here, test scenario ID, in which module we are doing, what is the requirement here, and what is the test scenario we are planning. This is a login functionality, the test scenario. So then what is a test case? Test case is a detailed description of a functionality, what we do. Okay. So for example, this login functionality is there. For login functionality, we write test cases as verifying the valid by providing when we enter a valid email ID and password, or like when we enter like when we enter an invalid username and password, when we enter a valid. So multiple combinations we try. So here this is, we enter valid username, you can see here we enter valid username and password, click on login button, what will happen? We enter invalid username and valid password and click on login button, what will happen? When we enter invalid user ID and valid password, what will happen? When we enter both invalid, what will happen? Or when we keep blanks and click login, what will happen? So these all are different test cases. Okay, understood? For each scenario, we will be writing multiple test cases. So in test case document, test case, this is a template of a test case. So template for test case would be varied from different organizations. They have different test case templates. If they use Excel, they don't use Excel and they use some free tools or some paid tools. Or tools are there like Qtest, ALM, Jira, Rally, or Qualify. Okay, if they use their tools, there only you can write it. I will explain those two tools when we come into tools section. Okay. So this is how the template would be there, like test case ID. We write test case ID, we write test case description. What we are going to test, what are the preconditions for this? And preconditions means what we need to do have for a testing, we need to have the login page. Okay. What steps we are doing? One is enter the valid test case user ID and password. What is the data? What is the expected result when we enter a valid username and password? That is, uh, it should navigate to home page. That is the expected result. Okay. So I'll show you one sample test case for login functionality. So you can see this screen, right? You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So here, see, for example, this is a Google login page. Okay, you are logging into Google. So what is the first scenario? See, in this test case template, you can see a test. In this test scenario, see in this template, they have added test scenario also here only. Okay, so this is also some good thing. See, you can easily map it. This is one method. Okay. So here we have test case ID. One ID we have written test case underscore login underscore one. Test scenario is login. Verify the login of Gmail, whether we are logging or not. That is a test scenario. So what is a test case? Enter valid username and password is a test case. Okay. What should be the preconditions for that one? We need to have a valid Gmail account, or we need to have a URL also. So preconditions means one thing, you need to have a URL, valid URL, and another thing is you need to have a valid Gmail ID. Okay, those two are the preconditions. Next is steps. For this one, what are the steps we need to do? Enter the one step is enter the username. Okay, enter the username. Second step, enter the password. Third step, click on login button. Okay. So now see here, what is our test case? Valid username and password, right? So for valid username and password, if I give valid user ID, valid password, and click on login button, what would be the expected result?
Take to home page.
Take to home page, take to Gmail mails page, right? So that is the expected result. Successful login. So what is the post condition? Post condition is Gmail inbox is shown. Gmail inbox page is shown. That is a post condition. For example, if you give valid login and valid password also, and you did not log in because some error has expected, some error has been happened. Okay, then the actual result, expected result is successful login. But what the actual result happened? It has been not login, shown from error message. Some error message has been thrown. So that is the actual result, and you will write here in the status has failed. Test case has been failed. Okay, in the same way. See, second test case you are writing as enter a valid username and invalid password. See, for example, here consider this one. You are entering a valid username and invalid password. So what are the steps you will be having here?
The steps would be similar, right? You enter your valid user ID, but wrong password.
Yes. So one more thing. One more thing is here writing test cases. Um, see, somebody will write test steps like this. See here in this document, what I'm in the screenshot, what I'm showing here, they have written see same steps and see same steps they have been writing like enter username and password. Okay,
Right.
enter username and password and enter username password, click login button. Okay, these steps are repeated and they have given test data as like this, but somebody would write like enter valid username, valid username, enter invalid password. CLT, click on login button. So like this also they will write test steps. Okay. So if you write like this, here only it is clear that you are entering, you need not go to the data again. Means like you need not every time go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, expected result is when you enter the valid username, enter valid username should display entered valid password should display in asterisk symbol. Okay.
Mhm.
When click on login button, what will happen?
Take you to inbox.
Take to inbox, or you can write like display Gmail homepage. Okay, this would be the expected result. In this manner, you need to write. See, in an organization, there will be different methods based on the manager. It will be dependent. Okay, so for example, I say in my earlier days, I used to write like this: enter valid username, entered valid username should display, entered valid password should display. And later, one new manager came for us, and she strictly said that we should not use the word should. You rewrite all the test cases without the word should. That was a big issue in my organization.
Mm.
So based on the manager, the way of writing would be different. So what I mean to say is language may be different, but expression should be the same thing. Okay, you got my point? So whenever you enter in an organization, you take the sample test cases how they have written. You just go through the sample test cases. Okay, you just go through the sample test cases and verify them how they are rating, and you will understand how you need to write. Got it? This is how you need to write a test case.
A question here. In any standard, I mean, in any organization, there must be some standard to create this document, right?
Yes.
So, I just think that managers should not uh, be able to change that unless that document structure,
Uh,
changes and it is reviewed and accepted by the organization.
it's not like that. See, how it will be like it's all managers same. For each and everything, organization does not involve in. So if an activity is given to a manager, his role is to make sure things are crispy, simple, easy. See, how to be frankly speaking, how these managers behave is like they want to showcase something to the manager, to their top level management, right?
Yeah.
See, now the requirements are ready. You have written test scenarios, test case executed, everything passed, defects. So, what is the purpose of the manager in between? What he will do? What is the test lead will do? So they come up with some new ideas. They come up with some new ideas. They want to simplify. They want to teach something. They want to make they want to show their mark in the organization. Okay.
Yeah.
So what they do is these all are practical things which I'm explaining. Everywhere this may not happen like this, or everybody may not be like this. But in general, so what they do is that they come up with some good proposal, and they will ask, they will keep a meeting, review meeting, and they will share their ideas, and they will ask the team members thoughts. And if they say that, see, when a manager say what is your idea, is this good or not, most of the team members don't talk practically.
Mhm.
They just go what the manager says, because uh, there will not be a scope to argue with the manager. For that, there would be many criteria. We think that that may impact in our appraisals, or that may impact in our growth, that may impact in any other part. So we just go blindly with what manager says. And uh, my manager said to change this word should. So what I have done is like I have initially tried to argue it. I tried to argue it. I tried to explain. But see, when client want to do it, or a manager want to do it, we need to do it. That's all.
Yeah.
So we have changed and we have written all the test cases. And when we are writing new test cases, we have written the test cases like without using the word should. Enter valid username. Entered valid username displayed. Verified. So what we write is like I changed this one. Verified valid user name is displayed. Okay. This is also meaning same, right?
Yes.
So this is how we need to
Okay. No problem.
go on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this is how the test cases would be written. Test scenarios and test cases. This is how we write in organizations. Okay.
Yeah. And I have another question on that other spreadsheet where you entered that data. Can you go back? No. No, not that one. Where you entered those test scenarios.
This is the test scenario. Oh, okay.
No, you actually entered those, right?
Okay. Entered here.
I mean, probably that was the document. Yeah. No, the second document probably. No, no, no. No, the document. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think yeah. Okay, my question is, we are talking about 4 test scenarios, right?
Okay, 4 test scenarios. Here only one test scenario is there.
Oh, sorry. No, no. Okay. What I mean is 4 test cases for a test scenario.
Yeah.
Uh, we are just talking about login button.
Yes.
If we have to test the reset button, will it be a different test scenario?
Exactly. It will be a different scenario. So how do reset button would work? So only login, verify the login of the Gmail, verify the reset of the Gmail. That is the next functionality.
Okay.
Okay. So there. So okay, we'll do one thing. We will write one. So what we'll do is like the scenario would be verify the reset button, verify the reset button in login page. This is the functionality. Okay, see, I will write here the practical things how it would be. So what are the preconditions? So this is a test scenario. Okay, okay. If this meeting ends again, you again join. Okay, again log in with the same meeting IDs. Okay, so this is a test scenario. Okay,
Mhm.
what is the test case we need to write is enter test case is like enter valid uh, details, enter valid details means, and press reset button. So see here, preconditions what you have given is need a valid login ID, but for uh, for this reset button preconditions, preconditions what would be? If I write, what I need to write is like uh, valid URL is one precondition you should have. Valid login credentials is another precondition we need to have. Okay,
Mhm.
these two are basic preconditions. Okay, next next we go for test steps. How can we do this one? See how many methods are there to do this reset button? Roughly, can anyone say? Roughly for
Uh,
reset,
valid password and valid user ID, valid password. That will be one test case.
valid user, valid details. Okay, we enter valid details and press
Press
reset button.
reset.
Okay, enter invalid details and press reset button.
Yes.
Okay, blank blank user ID and password and press reset button. Okay, blank enter only user ID and blank password and reset button. Okay,
Yeah.
blank reset, sorry, blank password, sorry,
No,
blank
blank user ID.
blank user ID and valid password and press reset button. Okay, in this way we can get some 10 15 test
Right.
cases we can get.
Right. Here, blank user ID is different from invalid user ID. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. Blank user ID is different from invalid user ID. So here two types would be there. One is uh, in database when they mention blank as a character.
Mhm.
Okay, when they mention blank as a character in database, blank and invalid would be the same.